Welcome back to the channel. This is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. We are live. We are blessed. Thank God for another day. It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. If you're new to the channel, first of all, thank you for coming over to the dark side of the MG the Mortgage Guy show. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that bell for notifications. And if you are a reader, I got 2 books you can read. House Hackonomics, The Real Estate Investor's Manifesto. Go to mgbookstore.com to pick them up today. And we got a bunch of webinars out there too. We actually got a new webinar coming on March 11th and March 12th. It's a 2-day, the Ultimate Homebuyers Masterclass webinar, right? We're talking about everything under the blue sun for all you potential home buyers. We're talking about how to find down payments and grants in your area. We're talking about NACA loans, the home inspection process, what to look out for when you're buying a house. We're talking about title insurance, lending programs. We're going to talk about the current real estate market. Hell, we might even going to talk about where you can invest your money at with cities, a whole bunch more. And I'm going to have it on pre-sale, Tukes. The regular price of these webinars is usually around $97. So I'm going to have it on pre-sale for $19.99.
20 bucks.
For 20 bucks. It's going to be on pre-sale till, I think, next Friday. You know what I'm going to do? Because I love my YouTube audience. You know what I'm going to do, Tukes?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to put the link in the live chat right now because I was going to release this tomorrow, actually.
Okay. But
since YouTube has been showing us so much love, and, you know, shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us on YouTube from day one in 2019. I actually found a post that I put out on Facebook, right? And Tanisha, I put the webinar. Shout out to my new moderator, Tanisha, also in the chat, right? So can you pin that comment for me that I just made, the MG Bookstore? So that way you guys, if you want to get to this webinar, it's on pre-sale for a week. But I put out a post, and I'm going to show you the post too. When I first said, it was actually today, 4 years ago today is when I remember I did a live video upstairs when we was upstairs.
Yeah.
And there was a fire drill. And I remember this like yesterday. It's the first YouTube video I ever did. I streamed it live from my phone.
Yeah.
And I remember I put a post and telling the audience that I want people to go over here and subscribe and this, that, and the third. And it was actually 4 years ago today.
4 years ago today.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can find. I screenshotted it. Let me see. Where is it? I said, oh, this is pretty cool. Let me see if I can find it. Yep. 4 years ago today, February 1st, 2019. Here, I just sent it to you. 4 years ago today. 4 years ago today. And this is when I was doing I was promoting my first workshop, my first paid workshop, the Generational Wealth Workshop. It was on March 2nd. And I was talking
Was I there?
Yeah, you was there. That's when we did it at the hotel.
I see. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. So, yeah. So 4 years ago today. That was dope. So, look, the link for the webinar, the Ultimate Home Buyers webinar, it goes on sale tomorrow to the general public, but fuck it, I'm going to give it to y'all first. The link is pinned in the comment.
Yeah, so I don't know if she can pin, but...
She did pin it.
She did?
Yeah.
She said she couldn't pin, so...
Oh, she didn't pin it? Oh, let me pin it then.
Yeah, I don't think she has the ability to do that.
All right, so I just pinned it. All right, so it's pinned. It's pinned in the comments. It's only $19.99, Tukes. I said I'm going to do it because when I saw this post, I said, oh, man, this was kind of like touching to me. So I'm making it $19.99, 20 bucks. Let's see how many people show up to this. Because after next Friday, it's going up to $100.
Okay.
Yep, and it's going to be like 8 hours of information. It says from 12 to 3 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, but 9 times out of 10, it's going to go 4 hours each day. I just know how these things happen. If I say 3, it's usually 4. If I say 4 hours, it's usually 5 hours. And what I'm going to do is I'm also letting them they have lifetime access to the content. For $19.99.
$20.
$20, man. For $20. Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. All right. So, what are we talking about today?
So,
what's today's topic?
Today's topic is going to be
more Grant Cardone foolishness.
Yes,
the comments are brutal on that one too.
Yeah, I mean, as expected. I think a lot of people are talking about it too. So,
a lot of people.
Yeah. But today's topic is going to be credit. But with MG.
MG the credit guy today, y'all.
So
MG the credit guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous because I don't know what kind of information this.
I'm gonna give y'all the real shit.
Okay, I've never heard this credit talk from MG. So
okay, we could talk about it. I know a lot about credit.
I know you do, but
I have good credit.
You don't really talk
I
about
have
it
personal credit. I have business credit.
We're talking personal credit today. We've done business credit, which you know.
But you never done business credit or personal credit with MG though.
No.
Okay. Then.
No. So we'll be testing your skills today, and asking you very basic questions, and then obviously you can talk your ish like you usually do.
Let's go.
All right. So it's going to be setting up your credit to be able to purchase a crib. So let's say you have all of your finances together. You have your job, your W-2, or you're self-employed for 2 years, right? Now you have to deal with the credit situation because you can make all the money in the world but have terrible credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're good on the finance end of things, and everything else seems like it's okay, but you want to get your credit in check, right? So what's the best way to go about getting a credit card, or should you even have a credit card or a couple of credit cards when you're trying to get a crib? What is the best thing that you should have in terms of your credit when it comes to purchasing your first home? Because I don't want to talk about how to get a credit card. That's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, you apply.
Right.
This is not rocket science.
So that's pretty simple. But how many cards should you apply for? Because some people, in my head, I have it where it's like, all right, well, you should probably have a good, maybe like two, 3 credit cards. Because you don't want to just have one credit card, right? Because it doesn't look like you have a lot of history, or the banks don't really trust you, or.
Well, typically what a lender is going to look for is how many active trade lines do you have.
Trade lines is what?
It's your credit card.
Okay, so that's just a different term.
So you have an Amex card. Let's say you have an Amex Platinum. You have an Amex Gold.
These are basic cards?
I'm just giving you an example.
Okay, well we don't. Let's talk as if we.
I can't.
Let's talk from a right. 50,000, 50. Let's say 50K. Well, I don't know what the average salary is.
So let's talk. All right, let's not talk. Let me not say Amex. Then,
You're talking about some Amex, like.
So Visa or Mastercard.
Okay. Let's just say Capital One.
So you have a Capital One. Capital One uses MasterCard, right? You got Visa cards.
Okay.
So each card is a trade line reporting to your credit report.
Okay.
Right? So what mortgage lenders are looking at is that how many active and open trade lines do you have, and how long have they been active for, right? Have they been active for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years? Typically, if you're doing a conventional loan, you want to see a couple trade lines for at least 2 years.
At least 2 years.
At least 2 years.
For conventional.
Yeah.
Is there a general thing, like, let's say if you want to go into buying a house and you don't know what loan you want to do yet, which one should you, like, how do you prepare yourself where it's like,
so as far as what credit card is what?
Well, I'm saying, like, how do you said conventional, you want to have at least.
Yeah, I'm just giving you game on what we look for from a lending perspective of analyzing someone's credit report. Right? So like if you apply for a loan and you have no active trade lines, and let's just say even if you have a 600 credit score, but you have no history, you will get frowned upon, right? From a lending perspective, unless you're going with a program that's not requiring you to have a certain amount of trade lines active and open, right?
Yeah.
There's not too many of those programs out there.
Okay.
So typically if someone's building credit, one of the first things I tell people is, who do you know that has good credit? Does your mom, does your dad, does your brother, or your sister?
Okay.
Right? So that way you can get on their accounts as an authorized user.
This is if does it matter age? That's usually like a younger.
No, my kids are authorized users on my accounts, right?
Right.
So basically, do you know what an authorized user is?
I mean I do know of it.
Yeah.
Have I ever done it? No, but
So,
I know
so
people
like
who have
even
done
with
that.
like with one of my cards, I can make you an authorized user on one of my business cards since you spend money for the business. I make you well, in that case, it'll be called an employee card, right?
Yeah,
so
but I wouldn't build credit with that.
let me stick to personal.
Right.
So if I wanted you to get on one of my personal credit cards to help you build your credit, I can add you as an authorized user to the card.
Okay.
And then basically my payment history that I've had for the life of me having that credit card now transfers over to your profile, to your credit. And that can instantly boost your credit scores, right? So if I have 750 credit scores, I've had this card for 10 years and I've never been late and I keep low balances. That entire history now goes to your credit report and now that boosts your credit scores up.
Okay.
And
so
now in turn, that can help you now start building your own credit in your own personal name, right? So that's one thing that I always tell people to do when they're fresh starting to like build their credit profile for homeland to unlock home ownership, right? Second thing I would tell someone to do is get a secured credit card. You know what a secured credit card is, right?
yeah, so from what my understanding is, a secured credit card is where you have to put the money. Let's say if they give you a limit of $500, you have to put the $500 in there, and then that's basically what you have.
Exactly.
You know, to
so when I lost everything, right? My
Right.
credit went to shit. I mean shit, like 400s and some change, like 480 and everything like that.
Damn.
Like, yeah, no, it went to shit. And what I had to do is I think it was HSBC at the time or Citibank. I think it was Citibank, matter of fact. Well, it was Citibank. Matter of fact, it was Citibank because I actually still have this card, believe it or not. It's been like 12 years that I had this card. And I went and I put $500 on the secured card. And that was the start of me rebuilding my credit again. So I did a $500 secure credit card, and I think after a couple years, it turned into a non-secured credit card because I paid it on time every single month. And then I had one of my homegirls, she's like best friend basically. She added me to one of her credit cards as an authorized user, and that helped me rebuild my history. Right. So that's what I tell people because I did it myself.
Right.
Right. Get a secured credit card, use it like cash, use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off. And that will in turn give you a trade line and help you build your credit score. That authorized user gives you another trade line. It will help you build a trade line. But some banks might want to see that you have at least two primary trade accounts, right? So authorized user, you're not the primary. Your own
Right.
secured card, you're primary. So then you find another bank that would do the secured if you can't apply and get approved naturally because your credit might be lower still. Do two secured credit cards and start using them, paying off, use like gas, groceries, things that you know you're going to pay for in full.
Yeah.
Use it for that. Easy, simple ways. Like I think too many times people try to complicate stuff.
Right.
Right? And what I did was I did simple, easy stuff. It was gas bill, my grocery bill, my dry cleaning, stuff that I know I usually typically pay cash for or something like that. I would do that. And then what I had to train myself to stop doing was using my debit card.
Right.
Right? Because it's easy to use your debit card because you're not getting yourself into debt.
Yeah.
Using your debit card. It's the same as using cash. But I had to train myself to get out of using my debit card and being okay with leveraging the credit, but just getting in the habit of using it, paying it off, using it, paying it off, and not wait until a statement date or due date or anything like that. If I used it today, I pay it off tomorrow.
Does that really help? That was my next question.
Yeah,
So,
because now you build history, right? So if I give you money, right, it's like let's talk street terms.
oh my God, here we go, man.
Let's talk street terms, okay? So if I am the connect, I am the plug, and you are the dope boy, and you come to me for some consignment, and you want a brick, and I say, okay, you got 3 weeks to pay me, and I give you this brick, and you go out here and sell all these drugs, and you give me my money in a week time, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
You paid me 2 weeks prior to. Let me give you 2 more bricks, right? And then now you go out here and you hustle, and you sell your bricks, and you pay me back off sooner than expected. So what are we doing? We're building a relationship. Street terms.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. You broke it down pretty well. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. So now, how do you convert that into? So do you think it's smart to like take your money? Let's say if you're getting paid, right? Do you think it's smart to like? Well, actually, it's the same thing then. So basically, what you want to do is just turn your actual money into credit. So whatever you're spending every single day for gas or whatever it is, you just want to use your credit card instead, and then the next day just pay it off. Basically, so you can. That's actually a good way to stay on top of your expenses too, because
100%, because you're not spending. Now you get into the habit of you're not spending money you don't have.
you don't have, right? Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you start. See, the problem with credit is that sometimes it's so easy to get credit and over leverage yourself with the credit, and then you fall into the credit card matrix.
Yeah.
And then now you're paying 29%, 25%, 24% interest on top of that money. So I have several credit cards that I only use probably once or twice a month to this day, just for gas, just to keep them active and open.
Yeah.
I don't really fool with those credit cards. My Amexes is like the cards that I fool with, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because those are where I make all my purchases in my life because I like my points. I'm trying to get millions and millions of points, right? So, but the other ancillary credit cards that I have, I won't never close them. But if you don't use them, they will close them. Like you have no activity, so they'll just use them. They'll just close them. So I'll use those cards, like even like for like my Ubers sometimes. Like I'll switch to like, let me grab the Uber on this one. Or if I'm at the gas station, you know what? Let me not use the business card, although it's more beneficial for me, but I want to keep the relationship going with the bank that has this credit card, right? So I think starting off when you are trying to rebuild your credit, it's not hard. Like you get secured credit cards, you get authorized users, and if you can't find the authorized users, you just find banks that would do secured credit cards. Now, I can't tell you which banks to go to. Obviously, someone who's in the credit field will have that, but I would just say it's simple. Google's your best friend.
Right.
Google secured credit cards. I guarantee you, if you probably Google it now, you'll probably find a list of secured credit cards that are out there that you can use to start rebuilding your credit up.
How much time do you think that it takes to actually, because you said you lost everything. So I'm pretty sure with a score of whatever it was for.
I was like at 470 or something like that at one time.
Yeah. So how long did it take for you to get back up to where you were able to kind of, get a crib or a car? You know what I'm saying?
It didn't take long. You know what I'm saying?
What's long? I don't know what long is.
A couple years.
That's a long time.
No, it's not a long time.
Couple years?
Yeah, a couple years, 2 years. Like it's not.
To get it to where it's
to get back into where I felt comfortable to where like, yo, let me go back out here and start running plays. I'm over my depression and shit like that. Let me really start getting back at it, right? So to get back into good standing with creditors and stuff like that, because mind you, my story is different. When you lose things, you got to pay people back too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably took longer.
So from me to get into the financial position where I'm at today, you're talking 13, 14, 15 years to be where I'm at today. So like, it's really hard to answer that type of question because even when I started getting back on my feet and everything like that, I still was nowhere near where I am right now. Like I was better than a lot of people. I was better than where I just came from, the rut, but I wasn't where I am today, right? So it took for the success. That's a whole different conversation now.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's my success. I say it all the time. My overnight success took 20 years.
Yeah, I mean that's how everybody.
It took 20 years. But if we're talking about just credit, and my credit going from like a 470 to a 600, that probably honestly took about a year and a half. because I had so much ish on there that I had to clean up too in the same time.
So it took that amount of time to
because I had,
take care of the debt,
again,
basically.
I had collections that came on. I had
Right.
short sales, foreclosures. You know what I'm saying? So like I had things that came on my profile that I had to kind of let season and get those things squared away.
Right.
So that way they now can start falling off after a certain period of time. So, but for me to see positive impact of me going from below 500 to high 500s, probably like a year and a half. But for me to get down to the 700s, that probably took like, after everything started getting cleaned up and stuff like that, that probably took like, 6 years,
Okay.
something like that. But I had a mess.
Yeah, you had a lot. It seems like you had a lot.
No, I had a mess.
A lot going on.
Nah, my mess is my message though.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for that because it taught me, like, and in that time, your credit would drop. Like if a collections jump on, like even to this day, like some foolish shit jumped on my credit.
I think you told me something popped up.
Yeah, like what the hell? Where did this come from? Who put $200 in collections on me? I don't even know where this is from. So
Yeah.
now and then that would drop you 60, 70 points. It's like, what the hell? Like,
So do you plan on paying that, or are you gonna?
no, it's already done. I had to go call the people like, yo, what is this from? And again, creditors sometimes, they have a statute of limitation.
So they can't
So,
really say.
yeah, so if they put your thing to collections or something like that, then it increases the time, and then it might not pop up on you right away. It might, in the middle of the night, something might pop up on you that you forgot about from 4 or 5 years ago. And then that's kind of what happened to me.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, you know what? If I pay this off, I need a deletion letter, you know.
Did they accept it?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
It was
so
only
you can-
$200. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not no deadbeat. Like, yo,
Yeah.
bro, like, what is this from? Like, then it jarred my memory. Like, damn, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Yo, I'll pay this off today, but I need a deletion. Send me a payoff and say it's going, and I want a deletion letter and everything like that. So that way, when I pay it off, you're going to delete it off the credit bureaus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that will increase my credit scores back up, right?
Right.
But, you know, credit is one of these things that it's up and down. It's like the market. You know, one day you could be at 740, next thing your balance is a little high. Next thing you know, your credit dropped 20, 30 points.
Yeah.
You still paid on time,
Right.
but maybe you use more money. Like during Christmas time, going into January, that's when you see a lot of people, their credit go down.
Because they're spending.
They're spending for the holidays. They charging things on their cards and this, that, and the third. They're in the holiday festive state of mind. So you may not still be tapped into your usual regimen of paying on statement dates or due dates or whatever. Like, and then it gets reported to the credit bureau with those higher balances from
Yeah.
the holidays, right? And then now that drops your credit score. So credit is one of these things that it is up and down, left and right, but it's not hard to rebuild. It's about paying your bills. I say this all the time. The best credit repair is just pay your bills.
Yeah, it's just discipline. I think it takes a lot of
Just
discipline.
don't take more credit out, especially today. In today's world, there's so much credit card debt out there. And these credit card companies will give you debt.
Yeah.
Like, easy. Even when it comes to business credit, they'll give you debt. Easy. And you can swipe. But you just got to pay it off.
Yeah.
And them due dates come quick. And
It's a monthly thing.
it's
right?
a monthly thing.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you have to make sure money is always flowing in to take care of these debts. That's why I try not to even use my personal cards too much anymore.
Do you need your personal credit for anything right now though? So like.
I always need my personal credit.
Yeah. So don't you have to keep those active? Wouldn't you
Yeah,
wanna keep-
because if I'm still, again, your personal credit is the key to unlock your business credit, because when you're getting your
Right.
business credit going, you got to personal guarantee it.
Right.
So the cleaner your personal credit looks, the better it is for you to leverage now on the business side. If you're trying to get lines of credit, if you're trying to get, certain type of Amex cards and this, that, and the third, your personal credit got to be 700 plus, low utilizations, your debt to income ratio, right? All that plays into play. Now, your personal credit, since we're talking home ownership, is extremely important because
Yeah.
without your personal credit, you can't buy a house. Hell, insurance, right? And a lot of people don't even talk about this. If you got bad credit, you can't even get homeowners insurance. And if you can, it's going to be extremely expensive because now the insurance companies are looking at your credit profiles now and saying, nah, you're a deadbeat. Your credit's 520. Nah, chill. We can't insure you. You're a risk. You're not going to pay us.
Damn.
So your personal credit is extremely important to unlock your home ownership. But your trade lines, again, having multiple trade lines, I don't think you need, now personally, I don't think you need 10, 20 different credit cards. I think that's just a recipe for disaster.
So what, you think you should do like 2 to 3 or maybe even 2?
I think 3 on the personal side is good enough.
Okay.
You know, I have probably like 4 or 5 personal credit cards, but they're not, a lot of my personal cards, except for like the Amexes and stuff, are not big balances, right? I think I got like a $10,000, I got 2 Capital One credit cards, both MasterCards. I think they're like 15,000 total.
Okay.
Right? The balance.
The balance, right.
Right? Or the availability.
The limit. Or
But
whatever.
the limit, right? Those, and I got the Citibank card. I think that one is like $1,500 or something like that. So, but the Amexes on the personal side, you know, those are cards that I think those are like 25 or something like that. So it's like 35, 40,000.
Can you raise that yourself though?
They always ask me to raise.
So why don't you, do you recommend raising, and does that affect anything in terms of the credit process?
No, that actually helps you because now let's just say you got a $5,000 balance, but your availability, you got a $5,000 balance, but your high limit was $10,000, but now they want to raise you to $30,000.
Yeah.
Right? Now your
Utilization
$5,000
is
is lower now, right? So yeah, you can play that game too. But for me, I don't need to raise them because I have the business side. Where my business side is cracking. The business side is moving because they'll give you a lot more. Like my shit can run up to a couple $100,000 right now on the business side.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing anything like Garland Gardens, I'm doing the rehab in Connecticut, I'm doing shit, like I use the business side.
Is there a benefit to your taxes when you're using your credit card instead of using your personal?
Yeah,
item?
because it's easier from a P&L perspective to track the spending of the businesses.
Okay.
You know, to track the expenses.
P&L is what?
Profit and loss. So from a business perspective, it's much easier if I'm using the business cards. And plus, again, my whole life is business. I go out to eat, it's a business meeting.
Yeah.
Anything I'm doing is business related. We're going to San Diego this weekend for this event. That whole trip is business related.
Right.
I'm not using my personal cards out there.
Yeah, that's true.
The flights booked, business. The hotels today, business, right? Everything is business related. The food we eat, business, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be sitting with the real estate people who are going to be there. We're talking business, business.
Yeah.
The club, business. Everything is business. So I don't really need to, me personally, where I'm at right now in my stage, I don't need to leverage my personal credit cards unless I'm doing something personally for my children or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I'll use my personal cards for that. Like my truck is in my business name.
Right. Same
not-
on my car, yeah.
It's not in my name.
Right.
So I use the business cards to in my business account to pay for it.
Makes sense. So on average, do you normally see when people apply for loans, is there any situations where you have seen them get denied because of any credit card situations?
Say that again?
Is there any situations when people have come to you to apply for a loan where they have credit card situations, or a lot of it has to do with just like their DTI mostly? You know what I'm saying? Like let's say if I just had one credit card instead of having 2 to 3, would I still be able to qualify? And my credit was great, you know, because you said normally they want to see 2 active trade lines. But what if you just have 1 and your credit is, I don't even know if it's even possible to have really good credit with, is it possible to have really good credit with 1 credit card?
Yeah, because you might have an installment loan. You may have a car loan.
Well, I mean a credit card, just a credit card.
Just nothing else?
Just 1 credit card for like a long time.
Yeah, it's possible because you have long-term history, and I've seen that with people who don't have a lot of credit card debt and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
right.
And they have that, and then maybe they have a mortgage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or they may have a car loan, a
Yeah.
credit card, a house. And that's really the only thing they credit, and they got 700 plus credit scores.
But you said they had a car, they had a mortgage. So if they already had a mortgage, I'm sure that's already some form of like trust saying that they can pay this.
How long
back.
we been on this for?
30 minutes.
Yeah, I might have to jump off in like 5 minutes. I just thought about it. I forgot I got a call. But keep going.
So yeah, so you said that they had a mortgage. They had a mortgage and other things that were on their loan already.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't that another form of like credit technically?
Yeah.
Right. So let's say if they had one active trade line though, and they had other things like a mortgage and all the other stuff, that counts as technically having good credit.
That's a trade line. So anything that reports to your credit report is a trade line and can
So
help.
it's not just a credit card.
No.
Okay.
Anything that reports
where
to
I'm
your
confused
credit
at.
is
Gotcha.
a trade line, and all of it can help you build your credit scores. Any of it, right? Installment loans, student loans. Actually, if you're paying them, right? Your mortgage, credit card, like so. Anything that goes to your credit report can help you, essentially.
Okay. So how do you when you pay off, let's say if you're using your credit card on a daily basis, right? You have a balance or a credit limit of 10 to 15,000, but you're not even making that much money. So what happens to the other credit? It's just there just because? Like can you leverage that in any way? And take and kind of like use it, like take that and do some sort of like business with it or anything like that? Because you said your limits are low right now.
Correct.
You don't want to raise them. But let's say if you did want to raise them and you had 35,000 on one card. Technically, if you're not making 35K in a month, then that's really not money you should be using, right?
Correct.
Right. So is there any way that you could probably take a risk with that and kind of like use it?
Well, yeah, you can take a risk all you want. You're just going to have a minimum payment, though.
Now, that minimum payment now, when you're paying this, how do you, because you pay yours the next day, right?
Depends, right? Depends on what I'm doing.
Okay. So if you were to take a risk with that money, let's say you had some play that you had and you wanted to, when should you pay that off before the bank, before they even see that, or if, you know what I'm saying?
So, all right. All right.
You see where I'm going with this? Like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
You're doing a lot. So it depends on where you are in your situation, right? Everybody's finances is different. If you have a $35,000 credit card limit, you should not, if you're going to max out your credit card limit, if it's on your personal, and depending on the card, right? Let's just keep it Visa, MasterCard. They'll probably, and if it's a personal card,
Yeah.
they'll give you a minimum payment. Your minimum payment might be $1,000 a month. Who knows?
Okay. So,
Right?
right.
So you use that $35,000 for whatever you want to do, and if you're okay with paying $1,000 a month, then you pay the $1,000 a month.
Yeah, but then it's going to show that you're maxing out that card even.
Exactly, and then that's going to lower your credit score because now your credit card is maxed out. So your balance is the max. You maxed out your card. Now your credit score is going to drop.
But what I'm asking is, can you pay that off before,
Yes.
so they don't even, so it doesn't even show that you.
Before they report it to the credit bureau, yes. So if the statement, you pay it before the statement date.
Right.
And then once you pay before the statement date, you zero it out, it'll report to the credit bureau as zero balance.
Okay. Now, this statement date, due date thing, I still cannot understand it.
Okay.
So,
your statement date
okay.
is, let's just say, from the 1st to the 30th, right? That's your cycle.
Okay.
And so your statement date, your last day of your cycle is the 30th, and let's just say the 31st. It's a month that has a 31st, right?
Right.
So your statement date is the 31st. That's when the creditor is reporting to the credit bureaus how much activity you did in the past during that last cycle.
Is that before your due date?
Yes.
All right. So let's say if my due date's on the
And
first
then
of every
on a
month.
statement date will tell you when that statement is over, it'll tell you your minimum payment is due February 15th, let's just say, for example.
Okay.
Right? So if you pay on the 15th, you pay on the 15th. But if you want to really hack the system and report low balances,
Yeah.
you pay it on the statement date or before the statement date.
Now, it's good to show. Now, this is the question that I'm confused about too is if you pay this balance off every single month before the statement date, does that technically mean that you're not using the card because it's not reporting as
No, you're
any-
using a card. The credit company, you'll still have transactions in your card
Right.
on your statement, but it just shows you're making payments.
So it'll just show that you're making payments, but it's not going to show that you have, let's say if you want to use 10% of your total, your limit, which is
Okay.
what people, they say you want to keep it at or less, right?
Okay.
But if you're paying it off every month and you have a balance of 0, how is that?
That's perfect because it's 0 now. Now you're below the 10%, and the credit bureau is going to love you, and your credit score is going to love you.
Okay, so keeping it at 0 is still good.
Yeah,
then.
because if I'm reporting every single month that, hey, this card is $35,000, but every month is rolling on a credit report is 0 balance, no payment, 0 balance, no payment. My credit score is going to love me. The bank is going to love me because they see I'm using it, paying it off, using it, paying it off. So they're going to want to keep giving me credit.
So,
Right.
okay, so then it's, okay, now it's clicking. So the bank is, the relationship with the bank is what's not more important, but
Both
that's
are
the
equally
importance.
important.
Equally important.
The bank is giving you the credit. The credit bureaus are giving you a score, so you can leverage that score to get more credit.
So once the bank sees that you're actively using the card, whether you're paying it off or not, let's say if you are paying it off, the bank sees that you're using it because there's activity, and then they're reporting it that your payment is made on time and there's a balance of 0, basically. So now
Correct.
now the bureaus are saying that your account is in good standing. That's all you need to basically see.
Correct.
Okay. Because I had this thing in my head where I thought like if you keep it at 0, then that means that it's showing that you're not even using your card.
No.
Them,
No, the credit bureaus don't care if you use your card or not.
That's where I was getting
Yeah,
confused
so
at.
it's two separate entities here. The credit bureau is one entity. They're producing a credit score for you.
Right.
They don't care if you use your card or not. They just want to know what do you have and what do you owe, and are you on time or not,
Right. Okay.
right? And if your utilization is at certain levels, when it's being reported to them, then they reward you with a higher score. The bank is the one who's issuing the credit. Bank is the plug. Right? So now the bank is the one that you're building a relationship because you're showing that you can use the money that they're fronting you
Right.
and pay them back in a certain amount of time.
Okay.
So now you keep that relationship going. So it's both hands wash the face, basically. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I got you. That makes sense.
They work together.
Right.
So the better your relationship with the bank, the better your credit score will be. And the better, and then now in turn give you more relationships with more banks because as you keep doing this, more banks will say, hey, this guy has credit because they're targeting people with higher credit scores and payment histories and stuff like that. All this is like kind of like not public data, but there are ways for these credit companies to find out, are you in good standing with your current cards? And if
Yeah.
you are, they'll offer you their cards because they want
Right.
you to take their credit too.
Right. Right. But I always had this thing too, like where don't credit card companies want you to kind of get in debt? They kind of want you to spend money and use
Of
use
course
it.
they do. That's why they're giving you credit cards.
But then if they're looking at your credit history, aren't they going to go to the bureaus to see what's going on in terms of your balances? Because if you're showing that you're not making any payments, or if it's showing that you don't have any balances on your cards, then can't they just say like, well, you don't really spend any money
Who, the credit companies?
that you're applying with the new ones after?
No, because now they're looking at your credit score and they're looking at your credit history and your payment history, and they're saying, okay, based off your application, you say you make all of this money, and your credit is low. We'll give you $20,000 because you have a low DTI, you have low utilization when we pulled your credit report. They're not caring about you. They only care about your transaction history if you're showing late payments. If you're showing late payments, then they're not going to give you nothing.
Right. Right.
But if you're paying your debt and everything on time and it's done the right way with the banks, then all the banks will want to throw you money and
Right.
throw you credit because you're in good standing.
That makes sense.
So that's the key. To unlock home ownership and unlock the power of the banks and leverage is just pay your bills.
Yeah, that's true.
This is not rockets. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something real quick because I got to get off here. Hate to cut y'all short today. But, because we've been on here for 40 minutes. We had 2 hours yesterday, so I don't think we
Yeah.
need another 2-hour episode of this. But to unlock home ownership, to unlock the bank's money, the OPM that we all desire, pay your bills. Very simple. Do not over leverage yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Pay your bills. Your eyes can't be bigger than your stomach.
That's a fact. You know, I'm just being transparent right now. That's been my problem for a while. So
That was all of
yeah.
our problem at some point,
Yeah.
but then that's when financial discipline comes into play too. Is where you have to say, do I need to get this other credit card because I know I'm going to go to brunch on Sundays
Yeah.
and live my life, or I'm going to go on vacation, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. You have to have financial discipline
Yeah.
at the same time. You can't spend more than you're making. It's just very simple. And if you keep yourself in that mindset that I'm not going to spend money that I don't have, then you'll put yourself in a much better financial position.
Right.
If you don't spend then like you won't mess yourself up.
Right.
Right now, there will be months where, you're not gonna be able to pay in full. Like especially if you're an entrepreneur, business is like this, right?
Yeah.
It goes like this, and that's when you have to be mindful too, and be able to project future income at the same time, and not biting off more than you can chew as an entrepreneur at the same time. You have to be able to forecast. You have to be able to say, nah, I gotta chill the hell out. Like, I can't be doing all of these meetings and doing this and going all over the place. Nah, I might need to sit my butt down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And work on paying off all of the credit card debt
Yeah.
and just taking it easy and stacking versus spending. And I think that's just in general in life. Whether you're doing it from the personal or business side, it's the same thing. You just have to know when to hold them and when to fold them, right? You got to know when to chill out and when to be aggressive. And only you as a person know that. No one else knows that. The credit card companies and all these banks, let's call it the banks, right? They'll lend you money all the time, but that's why I always say there's a difference between eligibility and affordability.
Right.
Just because I can get the debt,
Yeah.
just because I can get whether it's credit card debt, car loan debt, mortgage debt, whatever it is, don't mean I can really afford it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. If you get a balance of 35K, that doesn't, a limit of 35K doesn't mean that you can actually afford to pay that back every month because you're not making that. So you should
Correct.
only use what you actually have or what you're going to spend.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I learned about credit in probably 7th grade, and how the banks work and how the credit card companies work, but I never learned how to use that kind of play where you just use a credit card as the money that you already have. That's what I didn't learn. So I always thought credit was like, oh, you get the
People think it's free money.
Yeah, basically.
It's not free money. Somebody's giving you consignment.
Right.
Someone's fronting you money. They're giving you a loan. You have to pay it back. Everything in life that we do, we have to pay it back unless you're paying all cash, which I'm not a big fan of using my cash. I love the fact that I can use credit and then just pay it off. But I use the credit as wise as I possibly can. Yeah, you're going to have times where you're just going to be balling out of control. You're going to be doing whatever you want to do, right? We all go through that motions. We're human.
Right.
You work hard. Sometimes you want to play hard too, right? But you have to know when to cut all of that shit back and say, nah, I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
Because I have to be on the straight and narrow because of the business, my whatever. Like whatever your finances, how you get your money, you got to know when to cut it back, because oftentimes we get into a mode where we think money grow on trees and it's always going to come.
Yeah.
And it's not. And this is why you always got to have a stash at the same time. This is like hustler 101.
Yeah.
Right? You can't spend all your re-up money. Like, you got to know when to chill out. So I just think to unlock home ownership, to stay on the topic of this video, using credit to unlock home ownership, the most important thing is don't bite off more you can chew. If you need, I highly recommend everybody have a credit card, 1, 2, 3, probably max, because it's manageable. Keep your balances low, 10% or less. It's okay if you can't pay off the credit card every single month, right, in full, because not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
But then that's when you have to use your financial discipline to say, you know what? I know if I spend $5,000 this month on my credit card, I know I can't pay that thing off. But you should try to at least pay off at least 50 to 60% of that thing off, so that way you don't have such a high payment. So that way you keep your utilization as low as possible. Like, it's okay, right? Because sometimes you may have to do that. But
Yeah.
you got to have a plan, a repayment plan, too. So I just think when people are thinking about credit and how to build credit, pay your bills, first and foremost. Don't over leverage yourself. Keep your balances low. Try to pay on a statement date if you can. So that way, whatever you're paying on statement date, it reflects lower when they report to the credit report. And just don't take every offer, because all money ain't good money.
Right.
These credit card companies, these banks are the devil sometimes. They will just throw money at you. And if you don't have the mindset and the maturity and the discipline, you can find yourself in the hole quick. It is not easy. It's not hard to get in the hole in anything in life.
Yes.
It ain't hard, yo. It is very easy. The system is set up for you to fail.
Yeah. I
And
can
if
see
you
that.
fail, here's the great thing. You can always get back up.
That's a fact.
So don't even beat yourself up about it. See, for years, I used to beat myself up. It was like I had a gorilla, 800-pound gorilla on my back, because I just felt like, yo, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, da-da-da-da. But then I had to realize, like, yo, bro, it's okay. You know what? I messed up. What did I learn from it? Now let me just work myself back into it, because then you don't want that stress to be in your system.
Yeah.
Because now that stress of you thinking about your credit card bills, your this bill, that bill, and that stress just eating you alive, that will kill you faster than anything in life. So if you mess up, y'all, cool. Tell yourself it's all right. It's okay. No matter what age you're in,
Yeah.
it's okay to mess up. It's okay to fall down, but get the fuck up. Get up quick. And figure it out from there. And you'll be good.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most motivational things you've said on here.
Well, I really don't try to be motivational on here. I'm just trying to give
Yeah.
you. I'm just talking from.
No, not with not intentionally. I'm just saying, like, without, you know. Like,
Well,
that's
because
true. That's true. A lot of people stress out and they
Because
don't even.
I'm telling you from my own experiences, yo. Like, when you are stressed out, you're no good to not just yourself, to the people who are the closest to you, the people that are living in the same household with you, the people that you're going to interact with the most. You're no good to those people because you're so stressed out, you can't even enjoy the people that are next to you. And God forbid something happens to one of those people and you
Yeah.
never see them again. Now you in even more, like, and I'm saying from my own experience, like, there's people that I've lost close to me, but I wasn't able to enjoy them to the fullest, those experiences with them, because I was so stressed out about my bills and my lifestyle that I
Yeah.
wasn't able to enjoy good people who are no longer on this earth today. And all I have is memories, but I know there could have been so much more memories with these people, but I was so caught in my own ish
Yeah.
with my own life because I was stressing myself out about it. So when you stress, it makes you lose opportunities and moments and memories with families and loved ones that you could never get back. So if you fall down, man, get back up. It's just very simple. To me, it's just very simple. If I fuck up now, I don't even stress myself, bro. It is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. I'm alive and I'm blessed, thank God.
Yeah.
God will give me another opportunity because he know my heart is right. I'm not perfect. I'm going to work myself to get to the next level, and I'll take care of whatever mistakes that I made and keep it moving.
Facts. Amen. Yeah, definitely don't want to live with regrets for sure. That sucks. That sucks. So I know you have to go. So
Yeah, I got to get out of here. How long we been on this for?
49 minutes.
49 minutes. So yeah, everybody like, comment, share, subscribe. I mean, we talking about credit to unlock. Look, home ownership. Home ownership is extremely important. Home ownership, I think in our community, black and brown, we must do everything in our power to try to achieve home ownership. It's definitely a gateway to help build wealth. There was something that I'm actually going to post this probably tomorrow as the beginning of my promotion of this. This real estate holds, I tweeted this, real estate holds 21 trillion in value, which makes home equity the largest wealth source in the United States of America.
Trillion.
Let me repeat that. Real estate holds 21 trillion in value, which makes home equity the largest wealth source in the United States of America. Please don't let that go over your head. Please don't let people tell you you should not be out here buying real estate, because they are buying real estate. Don't let people tell you that buying your home technically is not an asset. Technically, by the definition of it, it is, because it's not paying you. But if you buy right, it will accumulate equity, which equity can be turned into realized gains to help you build your wealth, right? Home ownership in our community is extremely important, and credit is the most important thing in this world right now. Without credit, you can't do anything. So you have to, everyone watching this, you have to take your credit seriously, because if you don't, you're doing yourself a tremendous disservice. You're doing your family a tremendous disservice. You're not going to be able to unlock certain keys in life to help you build wealth without the credit.
Yeah.
So I know this wasn't a kind of credit episode that probably people were expecting in terms of dropping major gems about how to do this and how to do this. No, the best credit repair is pay your fucking bills, man. And don't over leverage yourself. Like, that's all I'm going to give you, right? I'll tell you what I did and what I went through, and I told you in the beginning of this. Secure credit cards, authorized users, and I just cleaned up my mess, and I continued to pay my bills until I was able to apply for regular credit cards and get approved, and then I managed those credit cards accordingly.
Yeah.
But ultimately, how my credit now is over 700 is because I have long relationships now with my banks that provided these credit cards. So it didn't happen in a year. It didn't happen in 2 years. It happened in 10 years.
Right.
Right? That's long relationships of payment history, of building it up. Right? Let me ask you, you know how you eat an elephant?
No.
Does anyone in the comments know how you eat an elephant? Type in chat. Do you know how to eat an elephant? Type in chat. Do you know how to eat an elephant? Tooks, you don't know how to eat an elephant?
It depends on when you say how. I don't know, like
how do you eat an elephant?
How do you eat one?
Yep.
One bite at a time.
Facts. One bite at a time. And it might take you years to eat a whole elephant, but at the end of it, you will be full. So ultimately, at the end of the day, treat your life the same way. We are living in a society where everything is always now, 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 now. How do I get this now? Why do you need it now? Why don't you need it in 5 years? One bite at a time. My overnight success took 20 years. 4 years ago today, I just said I did my first YouTube video, and please go subscribe. I want to be the #1 resource. 4 years later, I'm still working towards that. 4 years we've been working on social media and content, and we're still working on it, and we're nowhere near where we want to be.
Yeah.
This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So if you, again, you want to get into home ownership, which I highly advise everybody here to get into, because it's equity. Home equity is the largest asset class in America. So why wouldn't you want to be in real estate? But it might not be your time right now. You might not have the capital. You might not have the credit. You might not even have the knowledge. Take the time to get all three of them. Because when it's right for you, it's going to be right for you. Right? Everything happens in God's time, but he's not going to give you anything if you ain't prepared for it. because so many times we all watch opportunities and blessings walk right by us because we didn't just have the mindset to know that it was an opportunity and a blessing. Because we wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah.
And it walks right in front of us. I can't tell you how many opportunities I lost in my life because I just wasn't prepared for it. But I'm happy I lost it because maybe those wasn't the right opportunities that God wanted me to take. So now everything that's going to happen to me in my future is because of everything that's happening for us 4 years ago today, Tooks, upstairs in the same building. I did my first YouTube video. Not knowing how, you saw the post?
Yeah.
I did not know what the hell I was doing on YouTube. I just knew I wanted to be the #1 resource for real estate education on the planet. And 4 years later, we are sitting here now in a high-tech studio. If you'd have told me this 4 years ago today, I'd have said you out your fucking mind. If you think I'm going to have all this equipment and doing all this stuff and being able to fly all over the world and film, it's the preparation that leads us to success. It's understanding God's timing and blessings. It's about eating an elephant one bite at a time, bro. I didn't try to eat a whole elephant.
Yeah.
Even with you used to harass me about so many different things. I tell you, leave me alone, bro. I got to do it at my pace because I have to really prepare myself for it because I can't overwhelm me. And now that I'm ready for it, boom, it's the right timing, right? So how you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. If your credit is low, fix it. You know you owe that Sprint bill? You know you went to the doctor and that medical collection just didn't pop out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know you owe the money. Pay them people. Work out a deal, pay them. And then when you start rebuilding yourself, be mature, be an adult, and pay them back. Because you need those people to unlock wealth. Credit unlocks wealth. Period. Business wealth, real estate wealth, business wealth, wealth.
Okay. Facts.
I'm just saying. I don't care if the medical under 500 can't go to the credit port, man. You missed the whole point. Pay the bill. You owe them people, man.
Yeah.
They still could put a judgment on you. And then when you go buy a house and they do a title search, and if it's a judgment, even if it's not on your credit report, we're going to find out about it.
Judgment.
A judgment. Meaning they went to court. The court says they agree with the creditor. You owe them money. And they put a legal filing on your ass. So that way if you try to buy a house, it comes up, pay us.
Would you know about that?
What do you mean?
I'm saying, like, if you, like, is that something you just find out about when you go to buy a crib, or do you know about it?
When you do a search for it, you do a judgment search. And you can find out if you got any open judgments.
Interesting. I didn't even know this.
Exactly.
Judgment search.
So what I'm saying is pay your bills,
Pay
man.
your bills.
Pay your bills. Stop trying to take shortcuts around life.
Yeah.
Like, you can't eat an elephant by taking shortcuts. No, you got to do that joint one bite at a time. And life is the same way. One bite at a time. And credit is the most important thing to any of this thing that we're trying to do. I could not be running the way I'm running if I didn't have good credit, bro. I couldn't be driving the car that I drive right now if I didn't have good credit. I couldn't live I couldn't live where I live right now. Not even Garland Gardens.
Yeah.
Where I live right now. You've been there. I couldn't live there, bro, if I didn't have good credit.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, now you're a deadbeat.
No.
You don't deserve to live in this community. You know what I'm saying? Like, credit, man.
Yeah.
Credit is everything. Credit is king. Period, point blank. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right. So if you want to unlock the true keys to home ownership, I think I'm going to add credit to the webinar too. Right? So I'm doing a webinar, 2-day Homebuyers webinar, masterclass, March 11th and 12th. It's a Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 3 p.m. each day. It's actually going to probably be much longer than that. Taneja, can you post a link in there? And it's pinned as well. Its regular price is $97 for this webinar. I'm doing a pre-sale for $19.99. Yes, $20. $20, and you get lifetime access to the content. We're talking about NACA loans, how to find grants and down payment assistance programs, home inspection process, what to look for when you're in the house. What else are we talking about? Real estate markets to invest in, lending programs. Now I'm going to add credit to the webinar. What else is on there? It was something else that I said I was going to talk about there. A whole bunch of stuff. Just go to mgbookstore.com. Tanasia, she just put the link in there. Let me tell you something. I made this thing purposely. It was going to be $97. I'm doing a pre-sale for $19.99 purposely because I really want to see how many people register for this thing, right? Because if you cannot pay $20 to get high-level information on how to get into this real estate game, then something's wrong. Like, seriously, something's wrong. And if I don't get a couple thousand people on this, honestly, I might not even do another webinar because it's just not worth my time to continue doing it because people don't take it seriously. It's just like, figure it out. Watch these YouTube videos, and then whatever you figure out. Because these webinars, we're giving true resources and information, slides, the whole 9 yards. I got 5 special guests. I'm not going to name my guests yet. Maybe more, because I may just go crazy. But, I mean, it's going to be great information where everyone who is looking to buy their first house, their second house, you need to be on this webinar, and it's $20. Like, I've never done anything for $20. Like, just showing you love and support for the channel. Shout out to Kimberly. She paid for half of somebody's webinar with that $10 super chat. I really appreciate that, right? Shout out to Kimberly Marshall. I appreciate that. But Kimberly Marshall, I will challenge you, buy the webinar. And if you don't need it, gift it to someone else. It's $20. How many people spend $20 on crap all the time? I'm giving you at least 8 hours of information that if you can't watch it live, you'll be able to watch it at your leisure and have it and be out there to go out there and execute, right? Because like I just said, $21 trillion of equity in America today. The largest source of wealth is real estate. So look, I'm giving y'all what y'all want. Y'all want more classes. Y'all want more webinars. We're giving y'all YouTube. We're giving y'all Rants and Gems. We're giving y'all EYL University. Take advantage of this situation.
Somebody,
she said she donated for 2 people. Well, Kimberly, I appreciate that, but you have to buy it online. The super chats is definitely appreciated. She gave another one for $40.
So then just gift somebody one then if she just paid.
Oh, Victoria just...
No, I'm saying she said she sent over two $10. So then just gift somebody in the chat that with that money.
Nah, I don't want to be responsible to gift it to anybody.
I mean...
That makes it difficult for me.
How so?
Because then I got to pick somebody.
Well, I'll pick somebody.
Well, then you pick somebody.
So if you guys want to attend a webinar for, I guess, free? Would it be free at this point?
Yeah, I mean...
Type 1 in chat if you want to attend this webinar for free. And I'll pick one of you guys in the chat right now to attend this
Kimberly Marshall donated for 2 people.
Just paid for 2 people. You said 20.
She gave, it's $20 a piece. She paid for 2 people.
Oh, for us. Okay. 40. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
All right. So 2 people then.
Yeah, pick 2 people.
All right. I'll pick 2 people. And then I guess you can just send, how does it work? Email school?
Send what? No, tell them to DM you.
Oh, okay. So you could DM me at Tukes Productions. That works.
No, this is what I want them to do.
All right. See, you're making the rules.
Everybody who just put a 1 in the chat, DM Tukes and tell him why you should be donated. There got to be a something.
You did this a while ago, man.
Yeah, because you just
that makes it stressful for me. It's like, oh, now I got to read stuff. Like,
well, pick the first 2 that you like.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just easier to pick somebody right now.
All right, just pick 2 people then.
All right, I'll pick 2 people.
Make it easy. And everybody else who don't get picked, you need to go to, I'm putting the link in the chat. You need to go to the link in chat and
you got to thank The people who paid for this, or who paid for this?
Who paid for what?
Who donated the money just now?
I just told you, Kimberly Marshall.
Kimberly Marshall.
She's on the super chat thing.
Kimberly Marshall, and
You
also
didn't highlight her.
I did. I took it down because I had to scroll down. Here we go. All right, so, damn, people are putting one here.
Everybody wanted one, but I don't see nobody buying it on their own, right? All of you are not going to get picked. I'm telling you right now, it's only 2 out of like
I know, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot.
It is worth a shot. But all the people who put in one, and they're not, if they don't get picked, just pick 2 people right now. Because
how are you getting the anxiety and they're the ones who are trying to
I'm getting anxiety because it's like, all right, if you guys are putting on this ones, why don't you just go buy it? Like it's $20.
I mean, it's an opportunity though. It's like, oh, I might, you probably do the same thing, man. Yeah, I know you be typing one in chat right now. You guys
I'm
know.
I'm gonna type one in chat. I just type one in chat.
Okay, all right. I'm about to pick right now. All right, so I'm gonna just close my eyes, scroll up and down, and wherever my mouse, my pointer is, that's who is going to get the webinar. I don't know if it's a ticket or you will be able to attend the webinar.
Yeah.
Just DM me on
Zoom link. Let me tell you, the Zoom link will be sent out the day of the webinar. Right now, you'll just get confirmation that you're a part of it.
Okay.
But on March 11th, day 1, it'll be sent out. The class is at 12, so it'll be sent out 10 a.m. And then on both days, Saturday and Sunday, March 11th and March 12th.
March 11th and March 12th.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here we go. Oh, I keep hitting that. All right. All right, here we go. This is so weird. Let me see if I can fix my mouse. Okay, so we have reflectively made with Dwayne whoever you are.
What?
I don't even know. This is the one that my mouse pointer landed on. So, right? Did I say that right?
I don't even know what you just said.
So that's where my mouse was on that one. So just make sure you DM me at Tukes Productions. I could just drop that here. Tukes Productions.
Everybody else who's getting these ones, the link is in the chat. Go to the link in the chat. It's $20. It's not even $20. It's $19.99.
$20.
$20. Go ahead and invest in yourself. This is a pre-sale price. I haven't even announced this on Instagram yet. I was going to do that tomorrow. So YouTube, I'm giving y'all first dibs on this.
And how many hours is it?
8 hours. It's from 12 to 3, but I'm going to go to 4 o'clock every day.
Wow. Okay.
And it's limited seating because my Zoom account only holds a certain amount of people. So like, first come, first serve. Once it's sold out, it's sold out. And it's probably going to get sold out. When I announce this on Instagram, I know I got fucking 300 some people over there. 300,000 something people over there. So and I'm running ads on this too.
Oh, you're running ads?
I'm gonna put ads on this too.
Okay.
And I think the Zoom account only hold like 1,000. No, I think like 500 or 1,000. So it's gonna get.
It might be 1,000. I think it's 1,000.
Yeah, it's gonna get sold out.
Okay, so this is a second round of me choosing somebody. So how this works, if for those of you who are just tuning into this, if you type 1 in chat, you will be able to attend the webinar on March 11th
and 12th
for free. So I'm picking somebody right now. I'm not handpicking somebody. I'm just going to scroll up and down, close my eyes, and then whoever I land on who has a 1 in the chat is going to be selected. All right. So I'll give 1 more minute to people to type 1. That way we can kind of just quickly pick. And congratulations to Dwayne. Is that how you say your name? Not really sure. Just make sure you DM me, and then I will send you a link. All right, here we go. We're scrolling up and down.
You picked 2 names already?
I'm picking the last one right now.
All right.
This guy's right in front of me. He's not even paying attention to what's going on.
No, I'm not. I got things going on.
All right, ready? Here we go. I wish I had some music or something.
Nah, copyright.
No, like some...
like some Jeopardy music?
Oh, we don't have. All right, maybe not. All right, ready? Yeah, some Jeopardy music. All right, and we have Yannick T. Yannick T. Make sure you DM me so you can attend the webinar, and I will send you a link. So our second person is Yannick T. There you go. So make sure you DM me at, I don't know if I put it in here, at Tukes Productions.
And when you DM Tukes, we need your full name, your cell phone number, and your email. Pick one more. I'm going to give away one. Matter of fact, I'm going to match her two. Pick two more people. pick two more people.
All right.
Pick two more people.
I kind of like this. I didn't think I would ever.
So Kimberly Marshall, shout out to you. You donated for two people. I'm going to donate for two people right now. I'm going to match your two. I'm going to match your fly.
Full name and email?
Yep. So the two people who won already, DM Tukes Productions, your full name, email, and your cell phone. Did you take their name down or something like that?
I have the first one,
so
and I have Yannick T, yeah.
Yeah, so you know who exactly is DMing you? You're not just giving it to any random person?
No, I mean, I could watch playback. It takes 2 seconds. All right, so you said two more?
Pick two more.
All right. So
this is courtesy of MG.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, type 1 in chat if you to get your chance to win. All right, I'm scrolling up and down again. I'm gonna close my eyes. Ready? All right, we have Brendan Roberts. You have won your ticket to the webinar. So make sure you DM me your full name and email, and I will send you a
cell phone number.
Oh, you asking for cell phone numbers too?
Everything, bro.
All right, so cell phone. I need full info.
I need to be able to, when the links go out, sometimes the email, we text them and we email them.
Got you. Okay. So yeah, so we have one more. I'm going to pick one more, guys. Move from broadcast. Boom. All right, here we go. All right. And I definitely need some music for this. Next time you do this, we need some music.
What we do it next time we go live. Yeah. Maybe we'll do another giveaway.
All right, ready?
Only if we get a super chat.
All right, here we go. I just saw a super chat, but I don't know who it is.
All right, I just saw one too.
All right, I'm scrolling. And Niesh? I don't know if that's how you say it. Monique, you have won. So DM me at Tukes Productions, your full name, email, and your phone number. And I will send you a link to I just got a DM just now from Dwayne Nida.
Make sure you follow Tukes.
You're doing a lot right now. I'm really bad at answering DMs on that account because I'm never on there. But for this, I will. I promise I will. Insecure J just sent over a super chat.
And so did Victoria. Victoria said this is $10 plus the other $10 covers your YouTube fees or the sponsored by Kim. I will see you at the webinar. Shout out to you, Victoria.
Wow, that's love.
Much love. And Insecure J.
He always
Insecure J with the $20 super chat. Shout out to you.
Oh man.
All right, y'all. So there you go. The link is in.
It's in the chat as well, right?
Yeah, the link is in the chat. Crazy is pinned. Make sure y'all get your tickets to the Ultimate Homebuyers webinar happening on March 11th and 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The regular price of this is $97, y'all. I'm letting it go on pre-sale for $19.99. $20.
When does that pre-sale end, though?
I was going to end it next Friday, but I'm probably going to end it this Friday. Because it's just
it's in March. Man, I don't know why I keep thinking it's like this Thursday.
We're going to be on a plane Friday, so probably this Friday at midnight. I'm probably going to end it this Friday at midnight because I was going to end it on the flyer and everything. It says March 3rd, but I think I'm going to end it because it's just too low. It's just too low. For the amount of time I'm sitting here thinking about 8 hours, like, nah, chill.
Yeah.
Like, and on my weekend, basically, like, nah, chill. And I did it on the weekend because I didn't want people to say, well, I'm working and this, that, and the third. Nah, you got the weekend.
Yeah.
Take the weekend, 3-4 hours, block out some time, and do what you got to do. So The pre-sale might end this Friday at midnight. And this is I haven't even marketed this on TikTok or Instagram yet. I'm doing it first on YouTube because YouTube is showing so much love. And this is 4 years today was the first time that I put out a YouTube video. And I said I'm going to post it on Instagram when we get off. But yeah, so that's it. That's the webinar. The link is in the chat, crazy. Go there. It's freaking $19.99, y'all. And I'm telling y'all know how I give it up here on this YouTube channel. If you've been in any of my webinars, you already know how I give it up. If you see me at any of DJ Envy seminars over the years, or you see me at anything I've done, I always give high-level information in layman's terms.
Yeah, in layman's terms.
In layman's terms. And I'm really passionate about my first-time home buyers. So I'm going to give you guys so much information, it's going to make your head spin. And you're going to leave there with so much information that you're going to be able to go out here and achieve your real estate goals and buy your first house or buy your second house, right? This is what you guys need. And, you know, I can do YouTube videos all day long, but it's nothing like teaching. Like teaching with slides, visuals, I'm doing Q&As. Right? Like, you guys are going to get the game. And I'm giving it to you for $19.99. $20. $20. So there's no excuse. Like, buy a couple of them, gift it to your coworkers. You know, you don't have to buy one. You can buy 4, 5, 10. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Give it to people that you know. It's $20. Right? We spend $20 on Starbucks in our sleep. We spend no, seriously.
Yeah, Starbucks is it's expensive.
Like, you go buy green juice, it's $15. You're gonna piss it out. I'm giving you something that you can last for your lifetime.
Yeah.
There's an infinite return on your investment, and for $19.99, I don't do nothing that's cheap.
Well, there you have it, guys. Yeah, that was pretty fun though. I definitely enjoyed doing that. Somebody mentioned you should do it on your IG Live as well. When you do, you should pick somebody from there. When you do.
Well, I got a webinar coming up in 30 minutes that I got to go do, day 3. And it's dope. Mike going to teach how to build a YouTube channel from scratch.
Oh, Mike's teaching?
Mike's teaching tonight.
Oh, I know he's probably.
I'm going to send you the link so you can kind of tap into what he's saying.
What time is it?
30 minutes.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I might have to do it here now because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get home in time to do it at the crib.
Oh, so you was doing it at the crib?
Yeah, but I don't
How long is this webinar though?
It's probably gonna be like an hour and a half tonight.
What do you need?
I'm probably just gonna need the computer. Or matter of fact, I can just do it right here, right?
Yeah, but then I'm tied up here for an hour and a half.
No. How are you tied up here?
So you want me to just leave it here like this?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can put it right here so I can just be on the Zoom real quick.
Oh, you just need the computer and the webcam.
Yeah.
Oh, so then you just.
I don't want a webcam. I'd rather this then.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure that out. Yeah, we could definitely figure it out.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys. So tap in tonight. The webinar. I mean, not tonight. Tap in for the Homebuyers webinar, the Ultimate Homebuyers webinar, March 11th, March 12th. Link is in the description like crazy. Shout out to everybody who gave a super chat. We really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys got value from this video today. We talk about credit, just life in general. I like these real type of conversations where we're not just sitting here, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, when we have a guest, it's cool, I think, but, you know.
No, a guest is cool, but it's always good to just have conversation.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Conversation is key, but make sure y'all grab that pre-sale webinar. Shout out to Tanisha in the chat, our new moderator.
Yeah, shout out to Tanisha.
Yeah, we may need another moderator, too, in the future.
Yeah, but, I mean, she's
on it, though.
Yeah,
she's tapped in.
Yeah, she's definitely tapped
in. Matter of fact, DM Tooks your sizes and stuff like that. Let's send you some books and some kit package. Let me get you some assets over liabilities. Yeah. Let me get you some hoodies and stuff.
Yeah, she was active. I didn't even, I didn't have to say nothing.
Matter of fact,
she already knew what to do.
Tanisha, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a general admission ticket to InvestFest this year.
Oh.
That's what I'm going to do. Right? Because you're a super supporter. I rock with you. So I'm going to give you a general admission ticket to InvestFest this year.
Yeah, that's love. Yeah. I mean, but she showed value. I mean, she literally said, "Yo, if you're the moderator, Got
And
on a
now
Zoom
she's
call real
here.
quick, and yeah,
Next day.
yeah. So that's dope. Much love, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate that,
nah.
for real.
I'm going to give you Invest Fest. I'm going to give you Invest Fest tickets. She's tapped in. She be tapped in on IG. She be tapped in all over the place. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, this is a dope Tuesday. We were supposed to have, somebody mentioned Jose. We were supposed to have Jose, but not today. I think we'll have him another time at some point. But either way, it was a great conversation. And then I also noticed there was this dude. Who is this? He keeps mentioning this. Euclidean zoning.
He said that before.
I see that he drops a comment every 5 minutes. Brother, I don't know. I mean, do you want to talk about that at some point?
I really don't. Not right now.
Okay.
It's
So,
like,
yeah, I see he comments that a lot.
he does for weeks now. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah. But I don't know if we're gonna have a full segment on that anytime soon. But yeah, maybe we can have somebody else come in here and talk about it. That's actually.
Yeah, I'd rather have somebody in the zoning department.
Yeah, that'd be actually not a bad. That's more high level though, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of history that goes into that. So yeah, we will eventually get there, brother. We will.
Yeah, DM Tukes. If all the winners, make sure
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Hit up Tukes Instagram. DM Tukes Productions.
I'll put it in the chat one more time.
He's gonna put it in the platform. Make sure y'all send him the information that we requesting. And everybody else, it was 1,001 ones here. We always had like 300 people, but I saw 1,000 ones, right? All of y'all need to go to the link that we keep putting in here and go get your tickets, because when this pre-sale is over for $19.99, do not ask me to give you the pre-sale price, because I will not.
Yeah.
So take advantage. It's an opportunity cost for everything in life, ladies and gentlemen. There's an opportunity cost for everything in life. So go ahead, take advantage, because once I put this out on Instagram, it's over. I could tell you this, it's a fact. It will be over. I put it on YouTube first. If I go on IG Live tonight and I start talking about this, it is over.
Dope.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, yeah. So just for the winners, DM me your name, number, email, and yeah, just so I know who it is. I will verify though. So don't try to get slick.
And yeah, let's put the link to this webinar in the description.
Okay.
I just sent it to you. All right, that's all I got, man. Go to mgbookstore.com or click that link in the description or in the live chat. Go get that webinar tickets, $19.99. Pre-sale ends on Friday. Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. Peace.